Sure. So my name is 𝗘𝗷𝗴𝗂𝗃𝗏 and I am one of the regional managers in the International Office of National College of Ireland. I've been with NCI for just over 4 years now, helping students from many different countries around the world to find their perfect programme to study in Ireland and to find their career after they study. National College of Ireland is a third level institution offering bachelor degrees and master's degrees in business, in computing, and in psychology. So we have students joining in those 3 disciplines. We are based in Dublin, which is the amazing capital city of Ireland. So if you're going to be based anywhere, base yourself in the capital city. It's where all the action is. We have a fantastic city centre location in the International Financial Services District. So a really modern, cool, vibrant place to study, to live, and to work eventually. We are particularly well known for, I suppose, the career success of our graduates. We have over 94% of our graduates are employed within 6 months of graduating. So we work with our graduates to ensure that they are job ready, that they are, I suppose, prepared for the career that they want when they graduate. We also have a very large focus on student support, and it's something that we have been, I suppose, developing over the last few years to provide very high levels of support to our students, both academic support and support in other aspects of their life to ensure that they are, enjoying and experiencing things, well and as they should be in Ireland. So lots to talk about in terms of subjects, but maybe I'll stop to let you translate that so far.
Súper, entonces aquí nos está platicando Harriet que ellos están basados en, bueno, no, basados no es la pregunta, perdónenme, la traducí literalmente. Ellos están, su campus está en la ciudad de Dublín, ellos tienen licenciaturas para personas que acaban de salir de la preparatoria, que quieran irse a empezar su carrera profesional en Irlanda. Bueno, ellos tienen licenciaturas en psicología, negocios, también tienen másters, ay, se me fue la palabra. Sí, bueno, maestrías, perdónenme, igual en estos campus, también en la ciudad de Dublín. Y bueno, nos está comentando que son famosos en Irlanda por la empleabilidad que tienen sus estudiantes una vez que salgan de estudiar aquí en NCI. Awesome. So I just made a little translation there. Got a little complicated switching between languages, but I think I did my best. So why don't we carry on?
Sure. Okay. So I just want to tell students about the programs that we offer. Okay. I'm just wondering if I should share a couple of slides with you all. Would that be useful so you can see them on the screen?
Yes, please, that will be very useful. Aquí nos van a compartir algunas diapositivas. Creo que va a ser todo muchísimo más visual y más fácil de comprender. So, yeah, you can share them anytime you like, or if you need.
Just trying to see if it'll work here. It's not allowing me to share them, unfortunately. Oh well, I'll try this way. I wonder if you can see that.
Sí, aquí ya estamos viendo las slides. Yes, we are able to see the slides.
Okay, cool. So it'll just allow me to show you a little bit more detail. So I want to introduce the programs in the 2 schools. We have a School of Business and a School of Computing here at NCI. So for students that are undergraduate seeking students, so if you are looking for a bachelor degree in business, we offer 5 different majors. You can see business, accounting and finance, human resource management, marketing practice, and psychology. These degrees are all honours level degrees, but you can complete them in just 3 years, which is quite good. Just 3 years of study for an honours level degree. And when you complete the 3-year degree, you will have a 1-year graduate working visa in Ireland. So the government of Ireland will allow you to stay and work full-time in any position, in any profession that you choose to look at. So it really gives you a fantastic chance to combine study and working experience.
Awesome.
In the
So you
School of
said
Business,
for 1 extra year, right?
it's for 1 extra year. Yes, exactly. So students who complete a bachelor degree of level 8 will receive a 1-year stay back visa in Ireland. But if you complete a master's level degree, such as the master's that you can see here on the screen, you will receive a 2-year graduate working visa. So at master's level, there's an extra year that you can stay and work. And, you know, many students that come to Ireland, of course, take advantage of this, that, you know, they can stay, not just gain an international qualification that will make them really employable anywhere in the world, but they can gain working experience with one of the fantastic companies that we have here based in Ireland. You know, we're very well known for, in particular, our tech sector, our finance sector, pharmaceutical sector. So there's a huge amount of opportunity here for students to stay and work, especially at master's level with a 2-year working visa. So speaking of master's programs, we have 6 master's programs in our School of Business. So everything from sort of general disciplines like management and international business to more specialized programs such as finance and marketing, which are very popular programs, particularly for students from Mexico. The master's programs and the undergraduate programs all begin in September. And we also have a January start for some of the master's programs. So you can have an option to study starting in September or later in the year in January. And the great thing about master's programs in Ireland is that the programs are just 1 year in duration. So for just 1 year of study, 1 year of tuition fee, you will gain a master's level qualification. And then, as I said, you can stay and work for 2 years for double the amount of time that you study. So Ireland is a fantastic location if you are looking, in particular, if you are looking for a master's program qualification.
Super. Entonces, como nos está, I'm sorry, I'm gonna, could you back to the previous slide for just a little bit? Could you go back to the previous slide?
There you go.
Awesome. Entonces aquí nos está platicando un poquito de los programas que están ofreciendo. Del lado izquierdo ustedes pueden ver todas las licenciaturas que en inglés se le conoce como bachelor's degree. Tienen negocios, accounting, recursos humanos, marketing, psicología, y del lado derecho pueden ver todos los masters. Entonces, todas las licenciaturas tienen una duración de 3 años con 1 año extra que el gobierno te da para quedarte a trabajar, y todas las maestrías tienen duración de solo 1 año. En 1 año ya te puedes graduar con un máster y te puedes quedar a trabajar en Irlanda con un permiso de trabajo de tiempo completo por 2 años más. Entonces, ¿qué es lo padre de Irlanda o por qué lo hace tan atractivo para estos programas de trabajo y de estudio también? Es que ahorita Irlanda ya es después del Brexit, ahorita Irlanda ya es el único país de habla inglesa en la Unión Europea. Por ende, todas las compañías de tech como, no sé, Twitter, Facebook, Google y demás, ya están escogiendo Irlanda para tener sus headquarters en Europa. Entonces, ahorita nos van a platicar un poquito más de eso y de lo que lo hace tan atractivo para Irlanda, ahorita tener mano de obra calificada. Y bueno, so Harriet, I was just telling everyone a little bit about what's going on with the Brexit, since Ireland is now the only English-speaking country in the European Union. So it is being said that it's now considered maybe as an Silicon Valley of Europe.
Exactly.
And this is very attractive for international students because the opportunity of maybe staying there for over the period of time that they have to work after they finish their studies is very, I mean, obviously we can't guarantee anything, but it's pretty, it's something that can happen.
Absolutely, yeah. Of course we cannot guarantee a job for every student, but when you look at Ireland as a destination, Ireland is somewhere that students should really seriously consider as a destination because of, you know, the fantastic level of multinational companies here that are really open to hiring all kinds of graduates, you know, including international graduates. And actually many positions, many companies are looking for graduates who have a second language, you know. So if your native language is Spanish and you also speak fluent English, then, you know, it makes you quite employable for some of these companies. But I think choosing NCI in particular is a fantastic choice because of the level of service we give to students in preparing them for their future career. You know, each year we have consistently one of the highest employability statistics in Ireland, you know, over 94%, 96% on some of our master's programs. And it's down to our careers team. We have a fantastic group of people who work with our students to prepare everything about them. You know, we're not just making them ready for a job, we're making them ready for life, I suppose. So we're looking at their personal branding and their personal development, ensuring that they have things like a really good CV, a fantastic cover letter that grabs employers' attention. We even have workshops on LinkedIn profiles, you know, to make you stand out from the crowd. And we have a large number of events each year, over 200 events each year, where we connect all of these great companies that we have in Ireland with our students. So we're constantly giving students opportunities to meet with representatives of these companies who are hiring, so like HR managers, recruitment managers, CEOs, that can advise students on finding the careers that they want in these companies.
Awesome. And as I always say, life in Mexico is very different from life in Europe. So having someone help you to prepare for a new lifestyle, which is, as you know, it's hard when you come from a whole different continent. Well, it's very, very useful. Awesome. So shall we continue to the next slide?
Sure. Actually, you know, that's a really good point. And it's one of the reasons that we focus a lot on those sort of tools for employment, you know, like a CV or a resume, because a CV in Mexico may, you know, it may be sort of a different layout or a different focus than something that Irish employers are used to. So we want to make sure that students and graduates have something that's going to be sort of appropriate and that's going to stand out to an Irish employer. So just making those small changes can make a big difference.
Yes, of course.
School of Computing. So in the School of Computing, we have 2 undergraduate programs. We have a BSc in Computing, which is like a general computer science degree, but with 7 different specializations in year 3 and year 4, such as artificial technology, blockchain technology, software development, data analytics that students focus on. And we also have a more specialized data science degree. Data science, of course, being one of the really popular areas that students are looking to study. Again, these are honors level degrees. So students will gain a 1-year working visa when they complete them. But these are fantastic because they're 4 years in duration, and that's because they have an internship included in them. So in the 3rd year of study, students will take 6 months out of campus classes, and they will go to work with a company in Dublin to gain working experience. And obviously this gives them really practical experience and knowledge of the subjects that they're learning, but it also gives them a fantastic opportunity to connect with an employer. And actually a very high percentage of our students who take internships eventually go to work with that company when they graduate. So it's a great opportunity to just combine, you know, study and working across the 4 years. At master's level, these are probably the most popular programs that we have at NCI for international students. 1-year specialist IT masters, cybersecurity, data analytics, cloud computing, and fintech. Fintech is financial technology. Really popular subjects, obviously very current in the area of IT. And we do plan to add an additional subject to this for next year. We'll have a master's in artificial intelligence. So we're constantly looking at, I suppose, developing our program offering in line with what industry is looking for. Again, these are just 1 year in duration, and after the 1 year of study, the students will have a 2-year working visa. And then the final program I wanted to mention is the Higher Diploma in Science and Computing. One of the most popular questions we get from students is, you know, I want to study the Master's in Data Analytics, but I don't have an IT degree at bachelor level. I've studied business or humanities or some non-IT related subject. You know, what can I do? What are my options? well, the option that you have is the higher diploma program, because this is a conversion program for students from non-IT backgrounds. So if there's students listening today who've studied, a business bachelor degree at university, or they've studied psychology or some humanities subject, or maybe a science subject like biology or chemistry, and they want to get into the tech space, they want to start a career in technology, then they can take this program for just 1 year. And in that 1 year, you will change your career path, really. You'll change your skills and your knowledge to assist you in starting a career in the IT sector. And at the end of that year, you've got a choice. You can stay in Ireland and work for 1 year, because you'll get a 1-year working visa after the higher diploma. Or many students choose to keep going with their study, and they progress into one of the master's programs to give them that higher level of qualification, chance to get a better job in the IT sector, and of course a 2-year working visa, because they'll have a master's qualification. So that's a really popular program, and I think that one which will be really popular in September, as the strength of the IT sector in Ireland, really continues to grow year on year.
So, for example, I have a bachelor's degree in business and I want to study cybersecurity. Then the best option for me would be to take a higher diploma in science and computing, and then enroll in a cybersecurity master's degree, or fintech, or any of those.
Absolutely, yeah, you got it. That's exactly it. So it's a great opportunity, because so many of these master's programs, in Ireland and in other countries, really do require a student to have the bachelor degree in a related subject, in an IT subject. So if you don't, your options are quite limited in some institutions. So we developed this program, a number of years ago, to allow those students from non-IT backgrounds to come in and to, start making that change and that transition into the tech space.
Of course, and these are the, in my opinion, the best bachelor's and master's degree to take, because after the pandemic, 90% of what we do now will now become, web related. So it is very important to, of course, every bachelor's degree is important, but for me personally, I would rather now specialize in something related to computing than something related in business, which is my background. Of course, everything is fine. If you want to study business, then great, go for it. But I think that studying this will prepare you to really success in the future, to have a success in the future. Entonces,
yeah, I do. Obviously, it's a great option, especially in Ireland, because there is a very strong IT sector here, and we are known as the Silicon Valley of Europe, and we've got over 900 companies related to software. We are the #1 destination for US technology companies, overseas. We've got a fantastic base of companies. But what students need to remember is that these tech companies don't just employ tech graduates. Every type of company needs finance graduates, marketing graduates, human resource management. They need people who are going to look at strategy and, international business graduates. So no matter what degree you graduate from, there are employment opportunities. And just because a company has a tech focus doesn't mean that they don't need business graduates and business skills. So I think that's important to remember as well. So we have business graduates working in tech companies. We have tech graduates working in finance companies. So I think there's a lot of kind of cross-discipline, I suppose, things going on. I think what's important to focus on is, preparing not just your academic knowledge, but all of your skills, your communication skills, your presentation skills, your interpersonal skills. And you do that as part of your university experience by working with the careers team and, the different support teams that NCI can offer you. It just makes you a more rounded person, a more employable person for any time.
Yes, and it is important to be passionate about what you do. I mean, you don't want to study something that you don't like just because it gives you money, because you'll be unhappy. So it is important for you to like what you will actually study and what you will do for a living. Entonces, bueno, vamos a darle nomás una recapitulada súper rápida. Del lado izquierdo pueden ver todos los bachelor's degree o las licenciaturas de la Escuela de Computación, y del lado derecho pueden ver todas los másters relacionados en ciberseguridad. Aquí nos estaban platicando Harriet que si, por ejemplo, yo que vengo personalmente de un background de negocios, puedo hacer a lo mejor un Higher Diploma in Science and Computer, que vendría siendo a lo mejor como una preparación para poder entrar ya a uno de estos programas más especializados. Si yo, por ejemplo, quiero el máster, si quiero especializarme en ciberseguridad, pero vengo de un background de negocios, bueno, tomo este Higher Diploma, me preparo para poder tomar ya un máster, y luego ya puedo tomar el máster para después quedarme a trabajar 2 años en Irlanda. Entonces, está padrísimo. Tienen el máster, el Higher Diploma tiene duración de 1 año, y los másters tienen también duración de 1 año, y los bachelors duración de 3 años. Awesome. So, shall we continue?
We shall. So I think one thing that most students will want to know about is, of course, how much is this going to cost me? What are the fees? What scholarships are available? So really, it's the number one question we get probably. So we have very competitive fee levels here at National College of Ireland, and we offer some really excellent scholarships also. So our undergraduate programs in business and computing have a tuition fee of €10,000 per year, but we have academic scholarships of €2,000. So once you meet the academic entry requirements of the program that you're chosen to apply for, we will award you a €2,000 scholarship, which makes your tuition fee just €8,000. But we have also, just a couple of months ago, announced a new scholarship called the President's Award, and this is for €3,000. And citizens of certain countries, including Mexico, will be eligible to apply for this scholarship. The deadline is soon, okay? It's in about 4 weeks' time, the deadline for this. So you need to start thinking now about applying for your program at NCI. And once you secure an offer letter, even a conditional offer letter, you can then apply for the President's Award scholarship. And if you achieve that scholarship, your fee for your bachelor degree program is just €7,000 per year, which is quite competitive, very competitive, I think, particularly in Ireland. At higher diploma level, that great program we talked about, the Higher Diploma in Science and Computing, the fee for this is €12,000. But we have a fantastic scholarship of €4,000 to award for that program. So again, we would encourage you to submit the application so that you can ensure that you can secure this scholarship. And then finally, at master's level, we have a tuition fee of €15,000 for the master's programs. Remember, they're just 1 year. And we have a range of different scholarships available. Our academic scholarships are €2,000 or €4,000. The exact amount depends on the final GPA or result of your bachelor degree. Mm-hmm. And then we have some 50% scholarships, a Future Leaders Scholarship scheme, which is open to any master's program, and a 50% entrepreneurship scholarship, which is available for our masters in entrepreneurship. Again, deadlines are coming up. So if you are interested in achieving one of these master's scholarships, you will need to apply within the next couple of weeks for your master's program and then submit an application for the 50% scholarships. The academic level scholarships are available at any time because they are automatically awarded in your offer letter. The amount depends on your bachelor degree. So no matter when you apply to NCI, you will always avail of some level of scholarship, but the best scholarships, the highest scholarship amounts, you'll need to apply soon to be in with a chance of, succeeding one of those.
Of course. So, for example, if I want to make a master's degree and I apply for the entrepreneurship, there is, if the scholarship is indeed given to me, I can have a discount of 50% above this tuition. So I will be paying about 7,500 euros for the whole master's degree, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they really are a fantastic scholarship. You know, to be able to take your master's program for just €7,500, and then stay and work, you know, on a 2-year working program, the return on your investment is excellent. You know, you would make back that investment within the first year of working, but especially within 2 years of working in Ireland. So in terms of return on investment, the programs at NCI, with the tuition fees we have and the scholarships that we offer, you know, the ROI is fantastic.
So, and what does this price includes? What includes your whole tuition, materials? Does it include your medical insurance?
So the price includes, the tuition fee includes, yes, all of the tuition, materials that you will need, access to all of the facilities and resources at NCI. It includes gym membership, you know, library resources, examination fees, all of this. So there's no extra hidden charges in terms of the NCI costs. Mm-hmm. Medical insurance is a requirement, you know, as you know, for all students coming to Ireland. Of course. Medical insurance cost is not included in the tuition fee cost, but it is not too expensive. You can get a medical insurance policy for around €150. Yeah, exactly. It's not too expensive. And actually, for the first year of study, if you're coming to Ireland, you can take a medical insurance policy from your home country. So, you know, if it is a little more cost effective to do that, you can do that at least for the first year, or, you know, for your master's program, because it's just 1 year.
Awesome. So, and speaking about the undergraduate programs, if I apply for the president, I can only apply for one scholarship, right? Either the €2,000 per year or the 3,000 President Award.
Yeah, right? I would love to give students both, but unfortunately it is just one. No. So whatever is the highest amount that you achieve, that will be your scholarship that's awarded to you.
Which is still pretty cheap, because we're talking about a bachelor's degree in €7,000 per year, which is something pretty achievable, considering here in Mexico, universities can be up to €10,000 per year. I mean, which is not cheap, considering Mexico is still a developing country. So yeah. So it's
that's quite expensive. I think €7,000 per year is, you know, with that President's Award, is achievable. You know, I suppose we've introduced some extra scholarships this year, because we are very well aware that over the past year, with the pandemic situation, you know, many students, many families have been impacted financially. And, you know, we are trying to, I suppose, provide some assistance to more students to access that dream that they have of studying abroad. You know, here at NCI, we are, the status that we have as a college is actually a registered charity status, or a not-for-profit status. So we are not a private college. We are not out to, you know, gain significant revenue from tuition fees. We just need to obviously cover the costs of running our college, and any revenue that is made is reinvested back into the institution for the benefit of our students and our staff. So it means that we can, you know, we can award some extra scholarships. We can give a little bit more assistance to students and their families, you know, at this really difficult time. The other thing, just final thing to mention on fees, is that if you join an undergraduate program, the first year of the tuition fee, you will need to pay, you know, in full before you join the program, before you are allowed to enroll. But for the second year and third year and fourth year, if you're doing computing, you can pay your tuition fee in installments at NCI. So again, you know, from the second year, you can manage the financial aspect of your study a little bit more. And in Ireland, you know, when you come to study in Ireland, you can work part-time as part of your student visa. So many students do work part-time, 20 hours a week or 40 hours a week in your semester holidays. And this can help you to contribute, you know, to the tuition fees that you have to pay.
Yeah, so maybe younger students can talk to their parents and say, like, you know what, Dad, from the second year on, I will be contributing, I don't know, with 200 euros, I don't know, per term for my to pay for my own bachelor's degree, and also it's really helpful that you have some sort of payment plan. So, entonces, bueno, nomás para repasar un poquito súper rápido en español, la verdad es que estas becas están increíbles, nomás para darles un panorama general, un undergraduate program que vendría siendo otra vez la licenciatura de 3 años. Ahorita ustedes pueden aplicar para una beca de hasta 3,000 euros, lo cual les deja una colegiatura anual de 7,000 euros aproximadamente. Para darles una conversión rápida, esto más o menos son unos 160, 170 mil pesos anuales. Puede sonar mucho dinero, pero si ustedes, ni siquiera lo vamos a comparar con escuelas ya un poquito más reconocidas o más caras aquí en México, como el TEC de Monterrey o la Ibero o el ITAM. Esto, si lo comparas con una universidad un poquito más promedio, obviamente no estoy diciendo que sean malas, pero universidades un poquito más accesibles como la UVM o la Unitec, realmente la colegiatura está prácticamente a la par. Entonces, con todo lo que esto les ofrece la oportunidad de quedarse en Irlanda a trabajar por 1 año o por 2 años más. La verdad es que el precio está bastante accesible, incluso para nosotros como mexicanos, y te da la oportunidad también de trabajar medio tiempo mientras estás estudiando. Hablando de los masters o de las maestrías, tú puedes incluso aplicar para una maestría, perdón, para una beca del 50% de descuento, lo cual te deja una colegiatura de 7,500 euros, igual más o menos son unos 170, 180 mil pesos, que está bastante competitivo, muchísimo más competitivo que el TEC de Monterrey, que la Ibero, que la UVM, que la Unitec, considerando que la terminas solo en 1 año y puedes quedarte 2 años adicionales a trabajar. En estos 2 años, si tú sabes echarle ganas, sabes chambear, prácticamente puedes pagar la inversión que tú hiciste al momento de pagarte por el máster. Y como nos estaba contando, sí hay mucha posibilidad de que puedas quedarte incluso después de tus 2 años de trabajo a trabajar allá, que te sigan renovando el contrato y que puedas quedarte en Irlanda. Obviamente no podemos garantizar esta parte, pero sí hay una posibilidad bastante amplia de que puedas hacer esto. Awesome. So I love this chart that you made. It's very, very clear, very easy to understand. And as I always say to every student, yes, I know it sounds very exciting, very, very fun, but I want to know how much will it cost me, because that depends on whether I make the decision or not. So this is very, very easy to understand. So I think we've covered everything. So if we, shall we continue?
Sure. There's just, I suppose, one other big area that I want to talk about, and that is, life at NCI. And what students can expect in the first few days of arriving, and how we will be supporting them throughout their time here. So, I mean, obviously for students coming directly from Mexico or from another country coming to Ireland, it can be a little scary. It's very far away. It might be your first time away from your family or away in a different country for an extended period of time. And we're very aware of that. So what we do initially is we invite you to a 12-week preparation program, which is a series of online events and webinars to talk about different topics that you'll need to understand. So things like your accommodation options, immigration registration in Ireland, culture shock, what to expect about living in Ireland and what Irish people are like. Just with the aim of preparing you for coming to study here and to live here. And then when you arrive in Ireland, we offer, a free airport collection for every student. I think most institutions do this now. So we will be there waiting for you at the airport. We will take you to your accommodation, wherever you are staying, and you will receive your first welcome pack from our driver. And in that pack, you will have exactly how to access the campus, the date and time of your first welcome meeting, and then you join this welcome program, a 4-week welcome program that we have. So in those first 4 weeks, we have all of the essential meetings that you need, to register, to get your student card, to learn about the different facilities and support services of NCI, but we also have a lot of different social activities to connect you with your fellow students, to start making new friends, new networks and contacts, you know, in the early days of your study. It does make it easier to settle in and not feel too homesick. During your entire time at NCI, we have a lot of support in place. The first thing to mention is NCI is a small institution. We have less than 6,000 students, which is great because it allows us to offer you small class sizes, which means you get more time with your faculty, more time to discuss and to ensure that you have a good understanding of what you're learning and just a more comfortable learning environment. We have a large range of academic supports. So if there is a particular area of your program that you are finding maybe a little difficult, or you need a little bit of extra help in some way, we're there to give it to you. So for example, we have a math support center. We have an academic writing center. We have an amazing library help center. So if it's your first experience of writing essays or doing research, then you know they're there to help you and guide you along the way. We have lots of different workshops and seminars on, you know, how to study for exams, how to manage your time, how to get the best out of your lecture notes and your research that you're doing. And all of those things combined will really help you through your learning and, you know, make you more successful. For everything else that's not academic related, you have the international office. So that's my department at NCI. We have an amazing support team. My colleagues look after every single student that comes to study at NCI, and they do it so well. Our students feel so well supported, well loved and taken care of during their time at NCI, and it's something that we're very proud of. The support team have actually just been nominated for a National Education Awards for the support that NCI offers to our international students. So we're really happy with how well we've done over the last year, in particular with COVID and all of the difficulties that we're experiencing, you know, as individuals. Well-being is important, obviously, and we do have your health and your mental health in mind. So you will have access to a medical center and a counselling service, and we do offer free gym membership because, you know, we believe in healthy body, healthy mind. So we do ensure that you're looking after your health, and we have a lot of different information sessions and seminars throughout the year just to ensure that students are keeping fit and healthy. Because of course it does contribute to your success and just to your overall experience of being here in Ireland. And speaking of experience, NCI is a very fun campus. We're quite a young institution. We have a very active students' union, and there's always something taking place, you know, on campus or off campus virtually at the moment. We have over 30 clubs and societies for students to join. So if a student plays sport or they have a particular hobby or interest, you'll be able to continue that at NCI. And just finally, the international office is very active in facilitating different events and activities for our students. So we ensure that we have different events throughout the year that students can join to get to know each other, to have some fun, to blow off steam outside of the classroom, and you know, have a great student experience, because that's part of what you're coming overseas for, not just to gain the qualification, but also to have an experience that you'll remember for the rest of your life, and that's what's waiting for you at National College of Ireland.
Awesome. So free gym, do you have a gym within your facilities, or do you offer like an extra?
Yeah, we do. We have a gym on campus. So the gym is really good, actually, really well serviced gym. They run lots of different classes, you know, fitness classes, but also things like Pilates and yoga. So there's something for everyone, and that's offered to all international students free of charge.
Awesome. So I can wake up pretty early in the morning, then do my yoga class and go to my regular class, and then
Sure.
have a meeting, have a few beers with my friends when I finish. And yeah,
Yeah.
sounds a lot like college. Good times.
Yeah, it's not a bad life.
Of course, yes, it's not a bad life. So yes, it is the settling in part. It's very important because yes, as you mentioned, it can be pretty overwhelming for someone who's just arriving for the first time. At NG Languages, most of us have had this experience of living abroad, and we know what it is to be new in a whole different country, in a whole different continent, and it is very important for school to offer this sort of settling in, that they help you to meet other students who are about your age. It's very important. One thing that I love about Irish culture is that you like going to pubs, you like going to bars, you like drinking, you like that, which is something that we have in common, because Mexicans like to party, and
Yeah,
we
we
like
like to
beer.
party. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And so this is something that students can feel very related to Irish culture. So as I said,
Yeah.
you will not find the boring European type. No, Irish like to have their beers at night. They like to go to pubs. They like to stay awake late. So
Yeah.
that's something.
Yeah,
that-
and Dublin is just amazing for that. We have
Of course.
and obviously over the next couple of months, Ireland, is starting to lift restrictions more and more in terms of COVID, and more things will be opening, and we really feel by September, it will be, at least partly back to some sort of normality for students to enjoy. Dublin is such a fantastic city. There's always something happening. It's such a great center of music and dance and culture and sport, concerts and different events. So, and loads of free events. You don't have to have a big budget to enjoy what Dublin has to offer. It's a fantastic place to be a student. And yeah, we're located in the city center, so we have a fantastic location from which to enjoy it.
Yes, and also there's a pub in every corner, so you won't miss you won't get out of places to go, because there's always something new to see.
Yeah.
Entonces, nomás para repasar esto súper rápido, la escuela te ofrece gimnasio gratis ya en tu colegiatura dentro del campus. Tienen, te van y te recogen también al aeropuerto sin ningún costo extra, te dan un paquetito de bienvenida, hacen reuniones con otros estudiantes para que puedas conocer personas de tu misma edad. Todos aquí en Enjoy Languages, como decía aquí a Harriet, hemos tenido la oportunidad de vivir en el extranjero, entonces sabemos lo abrumante que puede ser llegar a un lugar nuevo, y que estas escuelas tengan este tipo de actividades para ayudarte un poquito a que te adaptes mejor. La verdad es que es increíble, y sobre todo por el precio que te están ofreciendo. Awesome. So, Harriet, maybe it's now that we've touched the subject of COVID-19, you can tell us something. I know we can't give a specific date on when will traveling return to normality, or when will the lockdown be, when will things will be back to normal, but maybe you can give us some sort of guidance on what the government's saying, on what the health authorities are saying, and when can we maybe expect to go back to Ireland?
I'll certainly try. It is difficult, as you know, because we are waiting for further announcements from the government, but it is certainly looking very positive. So just this week, actually, on the 12th, on Monday, we started to open up a little bit more. So all schools are now open, national schools and high schools, I mean. We have, some industry back, like construction is back. We can now, meet with more people sort of outside of our home. And there is a very defined roadmap, of reopening things in Ireland that the government are focused on. I suppose in conjunction with that, or parallel to that, there's the vaccination program that is being rolled out. And whilst it was a little slow to start, it is certainly improving a lot at the moment. And in April, May and June, The government have, really high targets of the number of people that they want to vaccinate, which of course will mean that by the summer we will really start to see things reopen. They already have plans to reopen restaurants and hotels and coffee shops and pubs. So it is definitely improving. For the higher education sector, there's also some good news, because we have a Minister for Higher Education here in Ireland, and he is very, very focused on ensuring that students are back on campus in September. We've had 2 academic years now of, students being very disrupted and learning online, and nobody wants that to impact on us anymore. It's not the student experience that we want to give to students, but it was necessary to keep people healthy and keep people safe, including all of our international students who are joining us. But our Minister for Higher Education is very focused on this. He is looking to introduce things like rapid testing and vaccination centres on campuses in Ireland. So we're watching all of that news, and hopefully we will have some more positive news and some more definite, dates for reopening over the next few weeks.
Awesome. And it is also being considered, of course, we can't guarantee anything, but it's also being considered that maybe within Ireland, you'll be able to travel maybe as soon as June or late May, if the situation keeps improving, which we all hope it does. So yeah, this is very, very, very important. Entonces,
I really think it will start to improve. Actually, the numbers are really getting quite low now, especially the numbers being treated in hospitals. And, the rates of COVID in the older populations and in the vulnerable populations are really very low right now, which shows that, our restrictions are working, but also our vaccination program is starting to work. So the more people that are vaccinated, the more open Ireland will become. We have the higher education sector has always been open to international students coming into Ireland. The government have always allowed international students who are coming into a degree program to travel to Ireland. Yes, you have to quarantine. Yes, some countries may have to hotel quarantine, not Mexico at the moment, but some countries. But it is open. We are accepting students onto programs and accepting them into Ireland. And we don't see any reason why that would change in September. So I suppose the message I'm trying to make is that Ireland is very much open. We are here, we are waiting to welcome students onto our programs. We have a very detailed, I suppose, protocol for the safe arrival of international students. So we want to make sure that you can come to Ireland and that you're going to be safe when you arrive and safe during your time. That's our main priority. And at NCI, that is our big focus. So, we're open, we're ready, we're ready to keep you safe and keep everybody healthy. And like you said, hopefully, at least within Ireland, you will be able to travel and experience, all of the great things about this country, the beautiful landscapes that we have, the amazing cities, the culture that we offer, and get to know Irish people, because we are pretty cool.
Yes, you definitely are. And you are very similar to Mexicans in terms that you like to stay out at night, you like to go to bars, you like to go to pubs, which is something that I think every Mexican student that arrives to Ireland wants to do. They want to go to a pub, they want to have their Guinness beer. And well, this is something very, very, very fun about Ireland. And it's also a very friendly country to international students, starting with the fact that you don't need a visa to travel to Ireland. As Mexican, you don't only need your valid passport, and then you'll have to get your visa, of course, once you get to the country. But the fact that you don't have to do all that process, when we can relate this to other countries that do have very specific methods for their student visa here in Mexico, which makes it more complicated. Ireland is open for you to travel and then have your visa done over there, and it's a very, very, very easy process. You practically need. We can discuss that later on if you are interested in.
It's a very straightforward process. When you arrive, you have 90 days to register with the immigration authorities. And you don't even have to worry about it, because one of the information sessions that we give you at NCI during the welcome program is exactly, what you need to do, what documents you need to bring. There's very few documents, but we tell you what you need to bring, how you make the appointment, and exactly the process. So as Mexican citizens, because you don't need to apply for a visa before you get here, you don't really need to even think about immigration. It's a process that we will talk you through once you arrive.
Yes. It's something very, very, very easy, very easy in comparison to other countries. So awesome, Harriet. I think we've covered most subjects. I'm not sure if anyone has any questions. Si alguien aquí tiene preguntas, por favor, déjenmelas aquí en el cuadro de comentarios para responderlas aquí lo más fácil posible. Nomás entonces, como resumen, para Irlanda no se necesita visa para viajar desde México. La visa la haces ya estando en el país. Sí es necesaria una visa de estudiante, pero no la tienes que hacer desde México, y la visa es súper fácil y la escuela te lleva de la mano en todo el proceso, tanto la escuela como nosotros. Nomás para recordarles que nos manden un WhatsApp al número que está aquí abajo. Tenemos oficinas en prácticamente todas las ciudades principales de México, y también tenemos oficinas en Colombia. Entonces, cualquier duda que ustedes tengan, déjenos un mensajito de WhatsApp aquí abajo y nosotros los direccionaremos con la oficina más cercana a donde ustedes estén. So, Harriet, I don't know if you would like to close with any other details or highlights about the school.
I suppose just to mention, and it was something that you said earlier about choosing a program that you're going to enjoy. For me, advising students, the best advice I can give you is to spend some time researching the programs that we offer here at NCI and selecting a program that you're going to enjoy, and that's going to give you the career that you want, or the career opportunities that you're looking for. So take a look at the NCI website, because you will find there some very detailed program information, including exactly the modules that you will study, the graduate options, for when you leave, and the different careers that our students have gone into from those programs. So research the program, keep in contact with NCI. If you have any questions, you can contact us through our website, and we'll be very happy to guide you, through the admissions process. And of course, work with Enjoy Languages, because you guys are expert on advising students on choosing the right place and the right program in the right country. So, it's over to you. So I'd advise students to get in contact with you, to look at your options, and you're there to support them.
Of course, thank you for saying that. So we have one question, and this is something that we forgot to mention. Okay, let's say that I'm already, you sold me, I want to study at NCI. How do I begin? What are the requirements that I need to have? For example, me, that I already graduated from a bachelor's degree, what do I need to make a master's?
Sure. Okay, there's two key things that you need. The first, to get a full offer, the first is your academic transcripts. You will need to have transcripts of your most recent academic qualification, whether it's high school diploma or your bachelor degree. If you've completed it, we will also need your graduation certificate. And for students who studied in Mexico, we will be looking for around 70% average, or a GPA of 7.0 on a scale of 10. The second thing we will need is an English language qualification. So we're currently accepting, of course, IELTS and TOEFL, PTE. We are also accepting the Duolingo test of English, which many students are choosing because they take them online. The results are available very quickly, and it's not too expensive. So the first, most important things. And then, of course, we would like a copy of your resume, a copy of your passport, and then for certain programs, you'll be asked to write a personal statement or a short essay on why you want to choose this program. But we don't have any extra requirements, such as a GMAT or GRE requirement, any extra interview or exam you need to take to be accepted onto the programs.
Awesome. So, Harriet, I think we're having a little bit of problems with your microphone. I don't know if you can hear me correctly, or do you hear me like a little blurry when I speak?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Maybe just it's just the internet connection. But okay, así como nos dijo, necesitamos su boleta de calificaciones. Necesitamos, you said 70% out of 10 out of their GPA. Okay, un promedio mínimo de 70, considerando la más alta un 100 o un 10. En su CARDEX de calificaciones, ya sea de la universidad o de la preparatoria. And if you could just repeat one last time which English tests are accepted by the college.
Sure. IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson's Test of English, and Duolingo.
Awesome. Entonces, TOEFL, IELTS y el Duolingo, que es ahorita un examen que te facilita muchísimo la vida, lo tomas en línea desde tu casa. And with Duolingo, which is the score that you need?
So for Duolingo, that's the most popular test students are taking at the moment. Undergraduate programs, they need a score like 95, and for postgraduate masters, 105.
105, ok, entonces 105 para un master's y 95 para una licenciatura, perdónenme. Entonces, awesome. So, Harriet, thank you very much. I think we've covered all the questions, and this was something very important to mention. It's good that we didn't forget. I think we will be in touch with a lot of students coming to Ireland in September. Hopefully things will improve and students will be able to travel, and you will hear from many students coming from us.
Great. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come and speak. I hope everyone learned a little bit more about Ireland and NCI, and looking forward to seeing some more students here in September. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harriet. Have a nice evening.
Take care. Bye.